How y'all doing today? My name's Ayin, and today's topic of discussion is going to be unnecessary obligations. Unnecessary obligations. Now, when I'm thinking about this topic, I'm thinking about basically you staying in your own lane. To some people, this topic may seem like it is insensitive to other people's needs, but what the overall objective of this video and what I'm talking about with this is keeping yourself unnecessarily tied up in rigmarole. Things that are none of your concern. Obligating yourself to things that are just unnecessary. Unnecessary obligations. You've probably already noticed this in your circle, how people play on your sympathy, your empathy, your emotions, especially when they know that you're a given person or a problem solver. They may place things in your lap subtly and just hope that you volunteer yourself for their services, for their need of however it may benefit them, to aid them in the situation. And that way you're obligating yourself to an unnecessary obligation. I remember I had this one situation where I'm going to save on all of the story because it's just too long. It was one family member where I stepped up where they were in this situation that I basically volunteered myself for because I had a truck, I had a vehicle. So it was just like this really long, drawn out ordeal that didn't have to be. It cost me, a day's wages because, of course, I had called in to assist in this matter, and it was just a big old pain in the neck. Now, granted, I do know that when you're helping somebody or you're assisting someone, it's not going to always be the most comfortable situation. It's not going to always be the most ideal up for yourself. But you, out of all people, you know how much you're willing to give, how much you're able to lend yourself to other people. And that's what we talk about a lot up on this channel, staying in your own lane. And when you do something, you do it because you want to. You do it, know how to operate, maneuver, and doing things and stepping back so you're not, tied to those things, for an extended amount of time, or knowing when to say no, letting your no mean no and your yes mean yes. So with this situation, like I said, it was this big, long, drawn-out ordeal, and I didn't make anything big up out of it. I just took a mental note to myself with the way that everything had went down. It was just like, won't be doing that again. It was just overly long. They fell through on everything that they said they were going to do. It seemed like everywhere that it could be a left in the road in the situation, there was a left in the road. And I was left to pick up that slack. And the only real person that was up out of something, aside from whatever they were having me, help them in and benefiting them for, because they were coming up short or whatever they were doing, I ultimately came up with the short end of the stick. So when another issue arose, it was a few years down the road. I remember it was something they were having with another family member that was going on in another city. And they were, I just don't know how I'm going to get up there, and, don't know how I'm going to do. I didn't say anything. Because I already remember this up and down roller coaster that I had that, was just, it was just a lot from the last time. Just like, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know how you're going to get there either, because it won't be through me. And as a matter of fact, as I'm sitting up here thinking about the situation on what this person was talking about doing, it wasn't even their situation. That's the reason why I'm talking on this channel. A lot of times you'll notice when you look at people who are surrounded by drama and things, a lot of the times, it may not even be something they're even directly related to. They're picking up somebody else's baggage, and then they're passing it on to you. You're dealing with baggage from 2-3 people down the line. And that's my exact example of what I'm talking about with this situation, what I'm talking about with the family, talking about it was an issue that was going on with another family member, didn't have anything to do with them, and you were trying to go and be a part of it, and you were just waiting for me to step up, volunteer my services, so then now I could be a part of it. Unnecessary obligations. Keep that in mind when you're volunteering your services. Keep that in mind on how that may impact you or your household when you're stepping up to these things, or you're just running into them because you're just based solely on emotion and empathy of, I just want to help. Do you really? Because keep in mind, on everything that I'm talking about in this video here, when you're really helping and you're stepping up to be a service to someone, it shouldn't be, you wouldn't be disgruntled about it. And there are some people who, they take pride in just, helping others to a degree where they don't mind it putting them in a bind. Time and time again, they get some sort of fulfillment up out of that. But when you got other people that's up off in your household, your circle, I'm talking about your innermost circle, that are coming up short because you overly volunteering things that you do, or it's putting you in a bind in situations that affect other people, there's a problem. There's a problem. Think about that. Like I said, this topic, the things that I'm talking about in this video, it goes over a wealth of issues. Yeah, there's always certain circumstances up with things, but are you that person that's always stepping outside of your box to help be a part of somebody else's problem, take on their problems, bring those problems home? And you know that you got problems already compounding on your issues? Are you that person? Unnecessary obligations. That's what I'm talking about with the things that these examples that I'm referencing here in this video. Like I said, the list goes on and on and on of things where I know that I've, either gotten, wrapped up in because you just kind of feel, the person, they need a hand in this. And like I said, I'm not saying not to help people, not to, ever come up out of your comfort zone and be inconvenienced by assisting someone. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when it becomes the norm for you and you can't handle your matters. When you can't handle your matters, like I've said time and time on this channel before, you got to know where you end and others begin. I remember it was another situation. I'll say that it was something else that I was thinking of earlier in the video that I was going to share. Slips my mind, but I'll think about this other one. I remember one where it was one person that had loaned money to another person. They were upset because of the things that they did with the money. Oh, they went and they did this and that and that. If I'd have known they were going to do that, I wouldn't have given it to them. What? Why are you giving with these strings attached? Well, I only gave because they had kids. And I'm thinking to myself, you have kids. So now you're in a bind. You gave because they have kids. They went and they did something foolish with it, which should give you an idea of how they utilize their funds and why they are in the situation that they're in. And then you did the same thing. Now think about it. If I was to come right behind this person that's telling me this and go, man, I feel bad for you. Since you got kids, let me go ahead and give you funds to cover what you're coming up short on. Then guess what? I got kids, so now I'm coming up short. Who am I going to tell my story to? You see how this goes on and on and on? Unnecessary obligations. In the meantime, if you hadn't already, hit that subscribe button. I have a link in the video for a book that I've written. I Am Kilimanjaro is the Arithmetic of Family Communication. You can get it on Amazon in an ebook or a paperback copy. Okay? In the meantime, stay encouraged. Avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. You have a good one.